Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. New series of Autonauts coming at ya. We've played Autonauts when it was a Wii game on itch.io, and I really like the premise. I really like the idea behind it. This game really scratched like a Factorio-ish itch, and I always bring up Factorio first because like it was my first look into like a real serious automated logistical game, kind of. And it's a title I think almost everyone's familiar with. Heck, if you've been on my channel or know what I'm about, Factorio is kind of a big deal. But anyway, we gave this a try when I would say it was more raw. I wouldn't say bad, just a little bit more unpolished than the Autonauts we're used to. Today we're on version 140. And those... There we go, turn that down just slightly. I like my music and my audio to be like a background character and not full up in my face, so turn that down a bit. I don't have any saves. I've nuked my save folder a while ago during an update because there was an update that was like so big. I opened up some of my old saves and I'm like, I got robots doing crap I don't need to do anymore. So a couple things that have been really interesting. This has been a lot more automated in terms of like what you need to do through robots. One of the things is in our older game, you might have noticed that you have to actually charge up your robots. They actually run out of juice after a while, so you need to go over and like there's a wooden crank on their back. You just crank it back up like a little wind-up toy, and they go on. You don't have to do that anymore. So there's been more streamlining as the game has matured. So let's just get right to it. I am gonna do the Metropolis bot limit. Random objects. I almost want to shut that off. Make it a little tougher? I don't know. Small planet? Like get it like a real challenge? Oh man, this is so many resources. Less water, please. Oh yeah, if I really want to challenge, really cut out how much room I have. Okay, so bot limit, random objects, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's shut off small planet. I wouldn't mind a little less water. Golly. So much water. I think we can build bridges across water, but we can't build stuff on top of it? Question mark? It's been a while. You know what? Oh, it doesn't take letters. I don't know. Sure. 5 and 7 are my two favorite numbers, so... Oh, that's fairly reasonable. Sure. So what I'm looking for is, while we're doing this, I think it's called the Metropolis Challenge. It's like, get to Metropolis level with under 300 bots. I don't think I need a tutorial. Let's get to it. Now, I'm already fairly versed on how to play the game. I'm not completely... Goloxo. I'm not completely in the dark on how to play. I am Otto. Get ready to learn robots and programming and industry and oh my god. Okay, so Metropolis is actually level 8. Okay, this is all new. There are 8 stages of programming and automation to complete an Autonauts Metropolis. Your journey starts down there and ends all the way up here. First, you need to build and automate basic industries. Use these to set up and grow a settlement. Yep, lumber industry, no problem. To help you complete each stage and grow your settlement, Autonauts HQ has put together these plans. Each plan focuses on an industry and lists your key objectives. The plans you need to complete each stage are automatically pinned on this panel for your convenience. Ding! Hover your mouse pointer over a plan to see what you need to do to complete it. Completing plans usually unlocks new technology. Okay. Trees chopped, soil dug, seeds planted, chopping block built, pallet built, planks, crude, bot built, stone mine okay, easy stuff. Get out of here. First of all, I am a fiend for organization. And I'm gonna turn down that bird. Some keys have not been assigned. What keys have not been assigned? Edit, duplicate structure, area select, connected team. What's just defaults? Huh, they're not assigned by default? That seems interesting. Brain, record, stat, brain, if instruction, plans, bots, signs. Okay. I don't know what to do about that, but that's okay. Dump that, please. Thank you. Just a little bit of organization before we get started, before I do any exploration whatsoever. I just want to get the sticks and stones. Though they may break your bones, the bots will never hurt you. Get all this moving out, moving out, moving out. Okay, what do we got? Oh, we got some stuff, that's for sure. Can you not? Oh. I must have clicked too early. Half the battle is dealing with the chaos, in my opinion. I don't know how much of that I went into the first time we played Autonauts, but I want to make sure that stuff is at least slightly organized. We've got a bunch of beginner buildings we need to make, and I've got a lot of stuff to do. See, I thought I shut off random objects, yet there are random objects everywhere. Anyway, the sticks and stones are what we need to get started, so I'm not going to cry about that all too much. We're just going to get a couple things here. Sorry if you heard that thumping. The cats think it's food time, and when they think it's food time, they think it's proper time to be proper jerks. Chicken! And cereal crop. Okay. The cereal crop isn't new. So I haven't read any of the facts. I haven't read any of the change notes. Other than... Nope. What is it? E? Other than what I understand, which was the charging bits. Shout out to Matthew, member on the Megacycle Entertainment server, who was playing this and really getting back into it. And she was like, hey, you don't have to charge robots anymore. And the conversation literally went, I'm like, seriously? I kind of like adding that to the vibe of what had to get done and stuff. And she's like, yep, you don't have to do it anymore. I'm like, ah, well, whatever. Maybe that's a step in the right direction? I don't know. I liked it. Even if it might have felt a little, over the top? I don't know how to say it. We're just gonna move this over here. I could have just as easily built that over here, but that's okay. I was swayed by the rhythm. This also gives me a little bit more of an opportunity to chit-chat about other stuff, which is good. So I don't know what's been changed. I don't know specifically what is different. I'm not looking for anything specifically. This is hopefully going to be fairly straightforward as it has been in our first season. We're just going to get a whole mess of resources going on, get some stuff stacked, get it feeling good, that kind of a thing. Get some automation. The first thing you have to automate... Realistically, you could play this whole game probably manual, which sounds terrible. Maybe the same way you could play most of Factorio with just your bare hands, without any automation whatsoever, which would suck. There are advanced components that do require assembly machines. Engines are probably the first thing that comes to mind. You can't fabricate an engine by hand. Also, anything that requires a liquid, you cannot fabricate by hand. A good example of that is the processing units. You need an assembly machine to handle such delicate operations because it requires sulfuric acid, so you'll not only soil your hands. If you were to do it by hand, you'd soil your hands permanently style. Permanent brand. So we're just getting a fair amount of resources stockpiled before I do any more crafting. I know I'm going to need a few for the bot manufactory, whatever the heck that's called. Bot assembly plant. Bot machine mahav, whatever. I've been really fascinated with the word manufactory. Like, it has the word manufacture and factory in the same token, so I don't know. It just sounds really dope. So everything's been a manufactory. A toaster? is, you guessed it, it is a bread heating manufactory. Yep. You need that bread hot? Well, I don't have a toaster, but I have a toasting manufactory or something. Just give it some fancy words. It manufactures heat into bread, which is funny. This might be enough resources for us to get started, but what I really don't like to do whenever I play a game like this is I don't like to start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. I like to have all the materials on hand, so that way this is much easier. Bot assembly unit. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. 2 logs, 3 planks. Okay, easy stuff. I should be able to get at least 1 bot out of what we have. I think I covered a lot of how to do this game with our first season. I don't know how much of this is going to be like ultra basic, but we'll give a little bit of a walkthrough when we get this all set up. I need another 2 plank. So we'll do a small walkthrough. Right now this is very point and click, very straightforward. I know the recipes and how to make stuff, so right now I'm just trying to collaborate all the stuff to make sure I have all the things, to ensure I can make the bots. And then once we get to the bot logic, yeah, we'll take that a little slower. But this is all very simple. Right click, left click, right click, left click. When I have something in my hand, left clicking interacts with it, right clicking drops the item. Very straightforward, very simple, which is good. It makes it far more adaptable for devices. Yep, there's the poll. We get our first brobot. Hello, brobot. Bot tracker. Yes. Can I name the bot? Oh, I can. That's interesting. Okay, so we have our first bot, and what bots are supposed to do is they're supposed to automate tedious processes for us so we can scale up our production. So what I need someone to do first and foremost is I need someone to take a shovel, and I need them to do some work. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit spacebar, which blows the whistle, and I can select a bot. So, hello, bot. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's try this a little differently. I have the shovel. Nope. I have the shovel. We'll hit record. With shovel in hand, I'm going to click on find nearest tree stump. These tree stumps I could use to get rid of. So the bot is watching me do a thing. So, by clicking on a tree stump with a shovel, it says find the nearest tree stump in grid with shovel. Move to target, use held item. I'm going to move this grid a little bit so it actually encompasses this entire brown area. Oh, I can't. Maybe because you're a basic bot or something. But that looks good to me. Now, this is only going to happen 1 time until we build some logic around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some logic around it. By clicking this little sandwich-looking thing, we can create a little bit of... Well, this is specifically a loop. So what we can say is... let's see. It's been a while. Until hand's not full, do this. Items have a specific durability. So what's going to eventually happen is the bot is going to run out of shovel and then be really sad about it. What would be really cool is if we automated him also picking up a shovel. So I'm going to remove those 2 commands. I'm going to come here and say pick up this item. Now by left clicking on that, I picked up the item, bot is watching. It says find nearest crude spade in grid again, to which I'd like to move a little bit. Let's see here. What's a good agreeable area that we could say it's a tool pile for now? This a 4x4? It's a 3x2. That's a 2x2. That's a little sweeter. I'm going to put that right there. Any crude spades that are there, pick it up. That works for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another loop on this and say forever. So here's what's going to happen. Actually, let's change the order of this slightly. It makes it a little more aesthetically pleasing to look at. Forever and ever, the bot is going to go and pick up a spade. or it's going to find a spade, move to target, pick up the spade. Then it has a spade in hand, and until its hands are not full, it's going to loop through this over and over and over and over again until, sure enough, the bot loses the shovel because it's been worn out. Then it'll kick out of this loop, kick out to the first one, and then it'll loop like this. This is going to ensure stuff is going to happen forever. So I'm going to hit stop, and I'm going to drop the shovel here. I'm going to hit play, and let's see what the bot does. And we can see everything going. So he found the shovel, went to the shovel, picked up the shovel, and now he's going to do the thing I told him to. So now, as I said, in earlier versions, bots had the little wind-up-y gear. I don't know if you can see the little clockwork key behind the bot. But what would happen is after a while, the bot would run out of power, and we'd have to go charge it back up. We don't have to do that. Now it's all automated automagic. So that's super, super cool. He's going to go through and get that cleaned up. We're going to need several more bots to get this process going on, because I'm kind of breaking this into several micro processes. The first one is chop down the tree. The second process is dig up the stump. The third process is plant a seed. Now, that's for the chopping down and regeneration of the forest. There's other processes too, like picking up the logs and moving them to a centralized area. That would also be pretty cool. Okay, sorry about that. This is a fairly small town I live in, about 3,400 people. Fairly small town, there's not a lot of activity, but for whatever reason, when there's police sirens, there's dozens of them. Like, I don't get what the deal is with that. Anyway, just getting some of our resources together. So what I have automated right now is the dig up the stumps. So now we have holes. The holes, what we'll do is we'll take these tree seeds, or acorn nuts, or whatever you want to call them, and I'll just right-click on a hole, put down the seed, stamp, stamp, stamp. Oh, we've already gotten a completed plan. Chop, dig, plant, repeat. Lumberjack's hat and chopping block. Excellent. Here's your first forestry commemorative slab. Okay, thanks for that. I'm gonna get a few more trees planted. Because the next step is going to be cutting, and that's going to be really awkward if I don't have any trees ready to be chopped, right? What we're also going to do is we're going to make 2 more shovels. I'm going to get them in the tool area. What is it? Q? Yes, Q to put it to backpack. Nice. Okay, so there's that. What's this? A chopping block. Yes, very good. Thank you very much. Alright. So I've got some more shovels going on. This guy's going to town. What I would also do is I would get another robot that would just dig holes organically. Because the thing is, I still have more room for more forestry to be had. So I might do this process myself, actually. I find it a little cathartic, or, I don't know, emotionally satisfying to sometimes do some of the work myself. Not really too sure how else to say it. I don't think catharsis is the right word. But it's the word I've got in my brain, and that's it. I think catharsis might be, like, getting something off your chest, like that emotional feeling. Like, I think the best example I have is, like, in RimWorld, when someone snaps and they lose their bananas, and they're just, like, telling off everyone. You smell, you stink, you suck, I hate everybody, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're just insulting everyone without recompense. And then after that, it's like, they get, like, a massive mood boost because they're like, man, I really need to get that off my chest. It's like, did you apologize to everybody, though? I don't think everyone else feels the same way you do. So, anyway, this part of it feels good to do. I don't mind doing a little bit of the work. There we go. Okay, so we should have more than enough materials. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Should have more than enough materials for us to get another brobot or 2 going. That goes there. That goes there. I'm gonna need a few of these to crank out some more planks. This music is freaking delightful. Oh, language. Our hammer, no, not hammer, our axe broke. Okay. So now here's the next step I'd like to do. We're gonna get all of our piles of acorns. We're just gonna put them right there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take these acorns, and these are gonna be my secret reserve. So I can get a few more bots. We need acorns for bots, so that's gonna be for that. Those two can go there. And these acorns are gonna go right there. And actually, I'm gonna take these acorns and move them a little farther back. I do not want this bot touching these acorns just yet. So, okay, listen up, bot. How you doing? I'd like you to record, and I want you to come over here and pick up some acorns. Cool, and it already has a grid for us, and actually, I think we have enough free space. Actions are rated in kilobytes. So let's see if we can do this a little bit better. I want you to pick up 2 acorns, drop it into a thing, drop it into a thing. Now, unfortunately, these 4 unique actions each have their own little move, and either pick up or use action that binds with it. So unfortunately, if I had a loop, I don't have enough space. So we'll just do a little bit of clearing up here. You're just going to pick up... Oh, Discord, why? Somebody gets all chatty, and then I forget that I had this off. Disable. There we go. My bad. I've been forgetting to do that more and more often. And that's okay. Okay, good. We're just gonna put this on forever. So find a seed, plant a seed. Find a seed, plant a seed. Find just forever and ever, amen. We're gonna go ahead and get this grid up a little bit better. I think that seems about correct. Now we're gonna match this here. One more to the left, thank you kindly. That's it, go to town. I just want to make sure I got this set up correctly. There we go. Can I go a little bigger? No. Okay. Nope. Come on down. Come on down. That's better. Okay. As you were. Now we've got a robot that will plant the forest. Now we need a robot that's going to chop down the forest. And I might have just enough materials to get this done. Gosh, what a gloomy day. We turn up the brightness slightly? Graphics. Nope. No, just close it. Thank you very much. I do need a new axe. And I wouldn't mind to make 2 of them. And until we get things started and sorted and cleaned and parsed, this is going to be our little tool dump area. Okay, that takes us another robot. Okay, so same thing. How you doing, friend? I would like you to come over here, pick up an axe, and we're actually going to do this. I wonder if this is going to be easier. I need you to harvest a tree. I like it better the way we had it before. Something like that. There we go. Okay, repeat forever, and same thing. Until hands empty. Or until hands not full would work. Just stay put right there. What do I have you? Until hands not full. And then you just repeat forever, so it doesn't matter. Okay, until hands not full is fine. I need you to find... I can talk. Trust me, I'm an adult. I can talk. I need you to find that there, and then I need you to go axe happy. Yeah, that's good. Good. Okay, go to town. We'll always find an axe, we'll pick up an axe, and then go to town. Very good. Now I'm gonna need a bot to move all of these products to a place I can actually use them. Let's go ahead and get this topped off. So we have another robot that's going to come dig up the stump. And then we're going to have yet another robot show up and plant the seed. Now, what we're witnessing right here is a little bit of a disparity of work time. Meaning, it takes a lot less time to put a seed in the ground and stomp it than it does to dig up a hole or cut down a tree. So it looks like I might want 2 cutters, 4 diggers, maybe 3 diggers, and just 1 planter might be just fine right there. So right now we're starting to get a little bit more raw materials. And the neat thing is I can kind of keep an eye over here and see where I'm at with tools. So we already have 1 robot with an axe. I always want to have 2 items on hand if we can. I need to borrow this axe for a hot second, though. Need more planks. Planky, plank, plank. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I would actually like a storage. Can we have storage? Okay, yes, thank you very much. I need a pallet for logs, I believe. Okay, what does this take? A log, 3 planks, and some poles. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and get this built up ourselves. And then this next robot is literally gonna haul logs from the felled trees to this little area here. Every time I hear that, the bopping of the cutting, I always say boom mow mow. Okay, hello friend, bot number 4. You're gonna record. I need you to grab some lumber. I need you to put the lumber in this bin. And you're gonna do that forever. Let's change the area. I think that's about correct. Have fun. So now we have raw materials coming back into a centralized area where I can process them better. This can go back there. I wouldn't mind another shovel. Okay. What I am going to need is some more stone. Let's see if we can find some stone around so I can make more tools. Maybe I'm daft. I don't see a quarry area. That's water. That's stone. Is this stone? Oh, okay, this'll do. Hi. Stone is something we'll also need to automate. Oh my. Lots of good resources down there. I like. Okay. Let's work on a few other things before we get down to that. Oh. Actually, this requires an axe. Alright. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Here's what we're gonna do. The neat thing about this game is we can actually build items and then delete them. And then what they do is they kind of sit in our personal transient storage, and we can just summon them at will. It's pretty cool. So right now, this is all the planks I need, because I need 4 planks. We're going to go ahead and grab an axe. Oh, did he take your axe? Oh. Poor baby. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, I clicked too early. No. Too early. Now, even later, it's going to be really cool. We're actually going to have Automagical construction bots. Let's see, I need 2 of these. So what we could also do is we could tell a bot to always go get planks and then use those planks in an area. And then that quote-unquote area is always going to be where I'm building. Okay, very good. And so I'm going to hit the delete key. And it deletes 2 of those items I just built, but you see the number 2 here. That means they're still in some sort of, I guess, transient storage or something. So they're built and constructed and ready to go. So what I like to do is I like to do this kind of a bit, is just build up some materials that I know I'm going to need shortly, and that way it's one less thing I gotta mess with. And this axe is going to break very soon. I think it's M to move something. Cool. I'm going to need another bot, because what I'd like to do is I'd like to start collecting these acorns. And then find the robot that's responsible for using the acorns and have them be put somewhere else, because this is getting a little messy. Also out of axe. Anytime we need to stop lumber production if we're stockpiling too hard, which can happen, it can be a little overwhelming for new players or what have you, we could just cut the means of production down in terms of tools. If there aren't any tools, they can't do anything. So they'll gripe about it, as we've seen, like the very expletive text. Before, there used to be like a very loud every time you ran out of stuff, which was a delight. I'm completely joking. It's very frustrating and annoying. Like, it was super annoying. Very much like the original Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo. Whenever you're low on health, you're greeted by a delightful little chime, alerting the player that you're low on health. Yes, I know I'm low on health. Yes, I can read the screen. I don't need to be yelled at. Thank you very much. I appreciate your whatever you're doing. Okay, so this is going to be very simple. Record, pick up a thing, place it in the thing. Super. Can you do that for me? Very easy stuff. But now what we have is more centralized storage, so go for it. Thanks much. Now, one of you robots is also planting. Find the nearest log. You. Stop. Where's the drop? Drop everything. I would like you to do something else. I'd like you to come over here and take from seed storage. And that's gonna look like that. Now you can continue. Now we've cleaned up stuff, and now resources aren't going to be piled as such, but properly organized. Now we also have a significantly better idea of how many resources we have because we're categorizing it. Think of this as like raw data in a table. It's like, yeah, I can say there's about 20 sticks on the ground. I can say that's a little bit of a buffer and it gives us a little room to expand, but it doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't tell me how much I have, and I can't really plan that if it's just a question. You know, if it's just a vague understanding. But getting it into a bin, I can now see very clearly, oh, I at least have 8 tree seeds. So that's cool. Let's see, what's next? I need to get some stone mining going on. So we're going to get, let's see, 1, 2, 2 more bots going on, 3 more bots. Now, we could even automate the bot creation process, which is probably something we'll do later. Oh, nope, you forgot a log. Which is probably something we'll do later, but I'm not going to rush that right now. What I'm aiming for is a little bit more control of the situation. I don't want to go super, super crazy on bots and then be like, oh man, I don't remember how many bots I have. Start naming them like Bartholomew and Botavius and stuff. Like, I don't know. There's that. Okay. 1. Just pick up all those. Now our nuts are safe. That other bot that's using them for tree seed planting is not going to use them for such. I just realized what I just said. Lol. Okay, there's 2 robots. Let's go for a mighty third. Yeah, automating stone production is going to be the next real thing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, grab that one. This music is just so chill. Okay, space you guys out a bit. Good stuff. Alright. Where are we at? We got plenty of lumber. Stone production is where we're at. Is there any other... That seems like a pretty decent stone deposit. We're not super concerned about size of deposit. Maybe smaller is a little better for us to not worry about stuff. I can't even build on there, and that's fine. So here's the deal. I need 1 for stone. Do I need 1 for tools? Let's worry about tools later. I will need some tools, though, and I'll need pickaxes. Now, what we've done so far, when it comes to logic and automation, it's been very simple. Do this until empty. Do this until full. Do this unless whatever. We can also put numerical conditions on things. What we can do is we can say, I want you to do this until this storage is full. And that might be how we set up our lumber area. But hey, I need to talk to you. I'd like you to record. I want you to come here and pick up a thingamadoo. And I'm going to put it in the loop. And then I want you to use it on this. Now, I bet stone mining takes a long time. Holy buckets. Okay. There we go. Until hands are not full. Works for me. Hello, friend. I'd like you to come here and pick up some stone. And then pick up some stone again. And let's see if we can build this loop. Hey, we super can. There you go. So that automates the picking up of stone and the placing of stone. And that is the automation of stone. Okay, cool. That works out very nicely. We have a lot of tree nuts. That's grand. Where is our choppy man? I'd like you to stop. We're going to change this rule slightly. I'm going to record, and instead of saying forever, or let's see here, until hand's not full. What I want to do is I'd also like to build another loop saying, unless the resources are less than 1%. So let's see here. Let's get another... Oh, nope, I wanted that. Let's do a little jiggery-pokery here. And I want until storage. This is greater than... Can this zoom out? Okay, awesome. Let's say 65%. Okay, stop, drop, try it again. He already had an axe in his hand. So he's not going to do anything because the storage is at least 65% full. So what this is going to prevent a ton of extra garbage just floating around. And this helps me save a little sanity. Let's double up on that. That'll get to 50. Oh, 60. Oh, we get a little bit of a production bonus. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. How are we doing on stone? 6 already. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I have... Yeah, let's go get some stone. Let's make a few more tools. Stone production can be slow. I don't need a ton of it. What I would like to do is get a few more tools ready for our bots. This game is pretty generous about any level of death spiraling. We haven't gotten to the folks. Are they called folks? Colonists? Whatever they're called. What do I mean by a death spiral? This is a phrase I've been using in some other games and stuff. Games that really have very unforgiving death spirals. I'll just give you some examples because that might be a better way to think about it, is like Frostpunk. Frostpunk's a good example. If you have one resource missing and an industry or a fabrication process or something is based on that resource, it can't produce its own stuff. And then another process requires that stuff. And now it's just one thing after another thing after another thing starts failing. Stone mined, stone stored. Crude backpack upgrade. Add this to an upgrade slot to increase your storage capacity. Okay. Here's your mining commemorative slab. Nice. Nice-a-roo. Pick up a little bit more stone. So yeah, that's an example of what would be referred to as a death spiral, because something is missing, and because of that, the situation gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Think of maybe a really good example of, I guess Deadlock 2 might be an alright example for that, but let's talk that out. If you can't produce power in your power plants, well, that means your automated farms, your food replicators can't work. And if your food replicators can't work, people start to starve. Well, if people start to starve, that means there's less people to work in the power plants. And if there's less people to work in the power plants, you're generating less power. Less power, less food. Less food, less people. Less people, less power. That is a good example of a very straightforward death spiral. Whereas you're not going to get very far, and the game's going to be very sad very quickly for a very long time, unless you build buffers and protect yourself. So, as I was trying to say here is, this game is quite generous in that regard, I think, so far. I don't see anything that's immediately like, oh man, I better have like 100 units of logs, or I'm going to be messed. I need another one for planks. And how are we doing on tools? As it stands right now, we've got maybe how many bots? 8? 9. We have 9 bots. And the way it stands right now is every single one of these processes has been manually set up by me. Come here, do this, get this, put this here. I've had to put in every single command so far. Later on... Oh, basic bot team. Cool. Crude gear. Here's your robotics commemorative slab, okay. All these awards. This is great. What was I saying? Craps, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, I think we're at a good spot already that we don't have a ton to worry about. Later on when we deal with the folks, the little colonists, we're going to make sure they're fed and sheltered and taken care of and all that. So that's going to be a bit of a process, but we'll get there soon. Okay. Nothing is happening here because our storage is full, and that's good. The first time I ever played this game, I had a very different mindset about it. I was like, yeah, stack it to the heavens. Get it all to the heavens, all the stuff, all the things. And then I was like, there's a pile of logs that goes all the way to Valhalla, and I don't want to mess with that. So a little bit of logic is going to go a long way. All of the resources in this game are infinite, so infinite stone, infinite lumber. We're not going to run out of that. When we get to crops and cereal processing, that's all infinite. We've got nothing to fret. Nothing to fret. Okay, how much stone are we sitting on? Let's grab some more stone, yeah. There goes that. And I wouldn't mind more sticks. A little bit of chaos. And we're working through that little bit of chaos with calm and just getting everything organized. So, we're at a really good spot. We've got some proper lumber. What I'd like to do is I'd like to start automating the manufactory of other components. So there's planks. There's sticks. And the way we do that is with the chopping block. I don't know if I need this much space. Like, we could just do it like this, but I like things to be spread out a little bit. So let's see what we do with that. Oh, that's right. I didn't do this because I needed a crude axe. Nah, it's not worth it. I was gonna automate this construction bit, but it's not that big of a deal. There's already one of the resources taken care of. Crude axe. I'm gonna need 2 of these. Benefit of this is once we get it into this chopping post or whatever, it's going to be limitless use. The axe doesn't wear out once it becomes a table. You are going to make planks. You are going to make poles. Very good. I would like the rest of this to be built before I give any more orders. I'm gonna need yet another axe. Oh! Now, this robot detected this was under 65 or whatever percent, and is kicking right into action, which is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, nope. There we go. So now the process resumes until we have a little bit of extra resource. And we'll do very similar logic for everything else as well. When we do all of these storages, I'm going to make it abundantly clear that it should only operate until the storage is a certain amount of full. Otherwise, again, we would just have piles and piles and piles of resources that become very quickly unmanageable. And that's not fun. A little bit of logic is going to save us a whole lot of heartache. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Cool. Alright, so here's what I want. Hello, bot. I'd like you to come here and get a log, and I would like you to put it here. And I want you to do that forever. Until this item is 65% full. But I want you to do that forever. So what can happen is this might be true, and then it'll stop. So we need a forever around it. So that's good. And hello, bot number 2. I would like you to always come over here, grab 2 planks, and put them right here. Forever and ever, thank you much. So, logs turn into planks, planks get stored away, and that is a neat little circle of life. Now we never have to, hopefully, make planks again. What I'm going to need is another 2 robots to do the same thing for the poles. But yeah, I can get hot and cold running planks and stuff. Awesome. Yeah, this is infinitely easier. Oh, I do need a pole before we can get started, so... Now, the next real step would be automating tool production. So, 1, 2, 3, and we come up here. Automating tool production is going to be the next big deal. Because right now, all I've been doing is really controlling how many things we have manually. It isn't a bad thing, but the whole idea of this game is automation, am I right? So, hello, friend. You're going to come here, you're going to grab 2 planks. Oops. Let's try that again. If I click too fast, sometimes the game will give the bot a very generic move order to like a coordinate or something, and it's not really what I want. Okay. You are going to do this until this storage is 65 is a good number, I think. 65% full, and then forever. Thank you much. Hey, bot. I'd like you to come here. I think 2 is the most we can grab because of memory. Forever and ever, amen. Cool. We got logs. We got planks. We got poles. I keep wanting to say sticks. You are missing... Oh, chopping block built. Excellent. The lumber. Treetop? I guess that's a decoration. And a tree hat. Okay. Here's your lumber commemorative slab. Stage 1 complete. Look at that. You have everything you need in place for the next stage. Time to bring folk into the world. Oh boy. Now the game actually gets complicated. You can use this set of blueprints to grow your own folk. Folk seed dispenser, okay? You're ready for the next stage. The next step is to bring folk into the world and meet their needs. Set up a dedicated folk nursery before foraging for food. Folk and forage fruit. Here are the plans you need to complete this stage. Thank you kindly. What is your problem? Oh, now they'll never get an axe. Okay, I see. Okay, stop. Let's do a little bit of logic cleanup here. Correct, this is not going to work. So... there's no way to do an or statement, I don't think. Until here. That's when you do the whistle. So until hand's not full is still correct for getting the axe. So this is still right. Let's see, how do we handle this? Because I would like it to be until hand's not full is correct, but we'll never get out of this loop if we don't cut enough trees. Let's see here. Actually, it should be like this then. The way this is going to work is it's going to continually chop trees, and then it won't find a new axe until it is a certain amount of full. Which this might actually work. Until storage is full. Yeah, that might work. So the storage is not full. So what he'll do is he'll now use the entire axe, even if we just got that threshold over. That might work out just as well. That buys us a little bit of extra buffer. I'm pretty okay with that. I'm pretty okay with that, actually. What do we get? Folk incubator, folk seed dispenser, bot database. Oop. Gives me a bit of the hiccups. Oh, cool. Okay. So that allows us to store, share, and search for programs. Cool. Before, it used to be a crude storage disk. And you would go to one bot and you would say, hey, give me your program, fool. And then the bot would give you the program because it's bestest boy. And then you take that disk and put it into another robot, and then they now know the code. And that's kind of how that works. So I think what we'll do is we'll call this an episode. Very happy with it. We've gotten past the first gate, so to speak. And with that in mind, we are able to move on to folks and being nursery people and fostering a new age of colonists. So, things are looking pretty good for us. Thank you all for joining me. My name is JohnMegacycle. Our new look into Autonauts is kicking off, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.